Hi, I'm Laura Erdolian with PrettyConnected.com, and I'm here today with Dr. Terry, who's going to tell us about Love Sun Body. So welcome.
Thank you. Love Sun Body is the first 100% natural origin mineral sunscreen. It's the world's safest and highest quality sunscreen. 90% of skin aging comes from UV rays, so that's why it's so important to wear sunscreen every day of the year.
So typically people think of their skincare routine and then only think you need it in the summertime, which is a huge misconception. This is something you should be using year-round, as we just talked about. But I think what's very important is how you use it. So first, when you get out of the shower is great, or after you wash your face, this is going to be your first step.
That's right. And
before makeup.
Put it on your skin while your skin is warm, like you just said, right out of the shower. So towel off, and then take some of the formula, the 30 or 50, and first rub it into your hands and get your hands a little bit warm.
We're gonna demo it.
Right, and get your hands a little bit warm. And by doing that, what you're gonna do is
a little goes a long way. Sorry to cut you off.
You're gonna start to activate the oil, and the oil is gonna become more viscous, just like you're cooking, or basically just like you're rubbing in a lotion. What you're doing is you're taking the sunflower and the almond oil and you're warming it up a little bit. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna then absorb into the skin that much easier. So when you start taking it and you rub it in, it's gonna truly rub in, and it's gonna dry in 5 to 7 minutes.
Tell us a little bit more about UVA, UVB, water resistant, and also SPF 30 versus SPF 50, and what people really need to know.
And hypoallergenic and non-comedogenic too.
He's everything.
And
yes.
so let me start off with the hypoallergenic, non-comedogenic. The hypoallergenic means that none of the ingredients in our formulas that we've tested have any type of allergens in them. So people that have super sensitive skin, no allergic reactions, and as well, non-comedogenic doesn't block the pores. And that's very important, not only if you were using a chemical type of product, but using 100% natural product. There's nothing that's going to block the pores or people that are allergic to. So we're 80 minutes water resistance. The FDA lets you claim 0 minutes, 40 minutes, or 80 minutes water resistance. We're the highest amount of water resistance, which is 80 minutes. And the SPF 30 and SPF 50. Anything under SPF 30 is truly not effective, and anything over SPF 50 as well. Australia, the most rigorous market in the world for SPF, doesn't let you label over SPF 50, and they have the most rigorous standards, and that's why we've done SPF 30 and SPF 50, because anything, as I said, under 30 is really not effective, and 30 blocks 97% of UV rays, and SPF 50 blocks 98% of all UV rays.
Which I think is a really important distinction, because I think a lot of times people think 30 and then 50, so it's almost double as protectant, which isn't true. It's only just
right. So for three reasons why you'd want to wear a 30 versus a 50. One, if you have a fairer skin complexion, you'd want to wear a 50 over a 30. Two is if you are going to be outside for longer amounts of time. If you're going to be outside longer than a couple of hours, you'd want to use a 50 over a 30. And the third reason, if you've had skin damage, if you have actinic keratosis, melanoma, age spots, and that's where you'd want to wear a 50 as well. And those are the three reasons where you wear a 50 over 30.
So tell us about the coral reef, because there's a lot of issue right now with sunblocks and the damage it's doing.
Okay, the coral reefs are being damaged right now by chemical ingredients in sunscreen. Hawaii right now is the first state in the United States that is banning oxybenzone and oxytocin. Now, these ingredients have been on the EWG list for over 10 years, and they're the most hazardous ingredients in sunscreens. So companies know this for many, many years, and Hawaii just went ahead and said, well, we're just going to ban them because it's killing the coral reefs. What scientists noticed is that the reefs are bleaching, they're turning a little white. So after they did an investigation, what they found out is these two main ingredients, oxybenzone and oxytocin, which are two chemical sunscreen ingredients, they found it's not the mitochondria are not performing, and that is actually stopping the cells from living, and actually that's why the coral reef are bleaching. So Hawaii is now banning this, and what it is, it's making companies reformulate to safer sunscreens. What we did, instead of reformulating, we started at the very beginning 6 years ago to make a sunscreen that was 100% natural origin, and that came out with this product.
Chemical versus physical. Chemical, you are easier to absorb into the skin, but they absorb. Whereas with a physical sunblock, and correct me if I'm wrong, it really reflects off of it, so it's not going into your skin.
That's right. A chemical formula works by the UV rays hit the chemicals, the chemicals like oxybenzone and oxytonate,
right.
They absorb the heat, they dissipate the heat, but then the chemicals break down.
So while the experience is better, it's not as great for you, obviously. And then with mineral, a lot of the challenges is what he was talking about before, the thickness, the paste, the white cast. It's harder when you sweat, you see a little bit of that purple finish. So what you were able to do with this is actually quite incredible, to be as natural as you are and create something that doesn't create a cast. So tell us about some of the certifications now.
Okay. Well, for Europe, a sunscreen has to have the SPF level. 1/3 of the SPF has to block for UVA rays. And most American sunscreens can't be sold in Europe because they're not strong enough to meet the European requirements for UVA protection. So that's how we started the formula, that it would meet the European certification as well as the FDA certification, but be all ultra high quality. So that's what Love Sun Body is. It's truly effective sunscreen, but it's all high quality ingredients where the only sunscreen certified by EcoCert.
So tell us more about EcoCert. Now, you're literally the only one out of all worldwide sunscreen.
That's right.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, EcoCert is a certifying company that certified us to something that's called Cosmos Natural. And Cosmos Natural is the new standard that EcoCert and the Soil Association are now certifying their cosmetics to. That means that all ingredients have to be 100% natural origin. All of the ingredients, there can be no GMOs, there can't be any pesticides, and they truly have to be clean ingredients, that's where the certification comes in.
Right.
And a normal, any cosmetic company out there can just go buy any ingredients. We can't. Every single ingredient has to be certified. No pesticides, no petroleum-based products, and no genetically modified organisms. And we're the only sunscreen company that's done that.
I'm so happy to hear so many people really looking at ingredients and caring about SPF.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Thank you so much, because I think that's the fastest growing category right now, clean beauty. I think everyone's really looking at what they're putting in their bodies, on their skin, and I think it's just great to have such a natural,
that's Love Sun Body, the only 100%
product.
natural origin mineral sunscreen on the market.
So, and there's two scents. Well, there's unscented and there's a scent. So tell us about that.
Right. So the unscented version, there's 10 ingredients, and again, it's the non-nano zinc plus the plant-based carriers. And then the scented version, in the 30 and the 50, has a little bit of vanillin, and then it has tiari.
Amazing.
And the tiari is from the flower that's out of the South Pacific, the tiari plant. And you can wear it all year round because it's such a very, very mild scent.
Charlie, there's one more question, and if you guys are cruelty-free, which I think he's been trying to ask for most of the interview, after you hear a little barking in the background.
And we are certified PETA cruelty-free and vegan. EWG ranked 1 out of 10, so that's the highest ranking for EWG, and again, the only 100% natural origin sunscreen certified by EcoCert, Cosmos Natural.
Charlie's very happy to hear that, right? You and all your friends?
Terrific, Charlie.
Thank you so much. This was wonderful.
Thank you.